the other side of this table, it's what behaviors my texts are to avoid. And the first and most important is that connection or that approval connected praise. I like how you build that, or I love when you have a quiet voice. And the reason that I want my text to avoid this is because we know that when learners are in distress, or anybody, that back brain kicks in and there's either a fight, flight, freeze, or now even a fawn response. And if we are connecting praise during child-led play to our approval, there is risk of this learner making the connection that our therapeutic relationship is based on whether I approve of what they're doing. And so we want to be very careful with that. The next step is explaining. And I tell my techs, because we actually are very fortunate to have quite a few male techs. And so I kind of connect this to think of the sports commentators when you're watching that football game or that soccer game or that rugby game. They are narrating what is happening on the field. And that is what I want to see my techs doing. Oh, you're and not just narrating the child's play, but their own play. Oh, I see you building this. I'm going to build my tower like this. Or I think I want to use the green Legos to make my house. So narrating and explaining what is happening in that session, again, it's a powerful introduction to language without pressure for the child to feel like they have to respond or interact. And so the behaviors that my techs avoid during explaining is asking the learners questions. And as a former teacher, because I taught in public school from 2003 to 2017, that's ingrained in us. Like, oh, what are you going to build next? Or why did you do it like that? And we think that this is a really great way to connect, but a question is essentially an indirect demand. And when a learner is getting to know us, they don't necessarily want to be bombarded with, why are you doing that? What are you going to do here? Maybe what if we did it like this? It's even like on a first date, you have to pace the questions because no one wants to feel like they're being interrogated or like they're going to have to provide a background check in a first date. And it's the same thing here. The next part is acknowledging. Sometimes you may make really good connections pretty early on, especially